Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Desified Ume. So today I'm sharing a very interesting thing with you. I will share with you guys 5 top habits that you should start developing in yourself right now if you are looking forward to study in UK, and especially if you want to do a PhD in future. So these 5 habits will really help you in doing your PhD a lot more easier, and if you are wanting to study abroad, these habits will also help you a lot there, because you are in a completely different education system which works very differently, and having these habits will really help you if you are a student who are coming from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, because all of these countries have a very similar kind of education system which works very differently from Western countries. Also, I will share with you the most important habit at the very end, so that you watch the full video and see what is the most important habit that you must have in yourself if you want to study abroad. So let's get started without further ado. The first habit that you should have in yourself is punctuality. So time and its value is very important in these countries, especially in UK and in Scotland. People are very punctual themselves, and they want you to be punctual as well, especially in classes, like when you are attending a class or a lecture. You should be on time, because the attendance system here is very different. Teachers usually don't call your names at the start or at the end of lecture. There are machines installed in every classroom. I'm telling about the Glasgow Caledonian University. I don't know the system in other universities, but I think so that it might be similar to what I have in my uni. So in GCU, they have systems like machines installed in each classroom. You come on time, like if a lecture is at 9 a.m. in the morning, then you come in the class around, like you can come maximum 10 to 15 minutes late. That's it. And you have to swipe your student card on that machine. It gives a beep and your attendance is recorded. So if you are not punctual and you are late more than 10 or 15 minutes for your lecture, your attendance will not be marked. And there is no system through which a teacher can manually mark your attendance and then upload in the system. So it's in your own hand. Your attendance is in your own hand. So be very punctual, otherwise you will get a notice from a university that your attendance is not getting recorded and you are not attending your lectures. And as an international student, attendance is very important for having your visa and all of that. University can report you to the home office if you are absent from your lectures, like for more than 2 weeks. So attendance is very important. Keep that in mind and be very punctual. And other than that, it's not just like attendance and you have to record it. That is a crucial part, but also other than that, in general, like social gatherings, in meetings, in appointments, they value time very much. So if you have an appointment with doctor, be on time. If you have an appointment or you want to go to library or anything, even buses and trains, don't stop for you if you are late. If you are not on the bus stop when the time of the bus is to arrive there, and you are just a little bit late, or you are just running toward the bus and you give them hand, they don't stop for you if you are not present on the bus stop. So these are some of the things that I want to share with you, that punctuality and value of time is very important. So develop that habit from, like, start today, developing punctuality, because it's very helpful for you when you come here in UK. The next one is getting organized. So if you are an international student, most probably you are coming alone, and you don't have family here. You don't have like your parents or your siblings to keep your stuff organized, especially for the boys. So learn to be organized beforehand and keep your stuff tidy and neat and clean. And other than that, like, or managing all of your like routine daily things, when you have to take time for all of the stuff, because in our countries, in Pakistan especially, we have house help for everything, like to buy groceries, to cook, to clean, to iron our clothes, to wash, each and everything. But here you are alone and you have to do all of that on your own. So you have to do groceries, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have like you do laundry in an automatic machine, but then you have to fold your laundry and keep that in place, and everything. You have to study, you have to work. So there is a lot on your plate when you come here or as an international student. So organizing your time and your day is very helpful, that like you know that okay, I will go for a walk like for an hour, and I will do groceries during that time as well. This time I have to study, this time I have to go to work, because you know when you come here, everything is just going on very at a very fast pace, and you don't get a grip of the things. So it's better that as soon as you start getting hold of that, you will be able to hold your life in place and get the grip of everything. So that is very important as well. So okay, next thing is time management. So the previously which I discussed, like the value of time, it's another perspective, but this time management I am discussing that particularly in your student study perspective. Like when you are studying, you have to manage your time, because see, the examination system here, or the study system here is very different from India, Pakistan, or other countries. So you have to lead your studies. Teacher is there, they come in the class, they give you lectures, but they are not taking a lead in what you learn and what you get out from that subject. It's you. So you have to be prepared for that. Like they will give you readings, they will upload on the university's learning system, that for the next lecture you have this material to read, and trust me, that's a lot. And you have to manage your time to study all of that before lecture and be prepared for that, because teacher is not going to take you by hand and explain every basic concept to you. They think that you are coming in a class, in your lecture, prepared, you know everything, you know basic concepts, and then they take you forward from there, but they are not going to explain everything to you. So you have to manage your study time like in that way, that you have to study a lot, and for that you have to manage your time to study a lot. And also like if you have deadlines coming, because once that semester reaches towards the end, like towards the final exams, it gets very busy. So you have a lot of deadlines coming in, you have projects, you have assignments to submit, because we don't have like written exams papers here most of the time. Like I studied 9 modules in my master's course, 9 modules, and out of which I only gave 1 exam, and the rest I have like in the start of the trimester I knew that this is the topic, I have to write an essay of let's say 3,000 words or 4,000 words on this topic, and I have to submit this by a particular date towards the end of my trimester. And I have whole of my trimester to work on that. I apply different concepts which I study in that module. I have to apply all of them. I have to apply my knowledge, apply my research, and then do that. So you have to be prepared for that, and you have to manage your time accordingly, because at the end of the trimester it gets really busy, and then you find it difficult to manage a lot of the deadlines and all of that. So if you start earlier, start writing and preparing for that earlier, you will be finished very easily. Next we have working alone, the habit of working alone, or you can say the habit of taking ownership, because I'm talking about from the perspective of now from the PhD students, because when you come in a different country and you are doing your PhD, you are completely doing it alone. Like I did my master's and now I'm doing my PhD from UK, and these two experiences are like poles apart. My master's was like I was in a class of 32 people, we were chatting, we have regular lectures, we are coming to the university, that there's a routine, there is a you have something to follow, you have a guideline. Like I knew a set pattern of trimesters, we have mids, we have then final exams and all of that. You have a format to follow, but PhD is like you're sailing alone. You don't have a set pattern, you don't have a set of book of rules that you have to follow. It's just you and your supervisors, and you like most probably you're going to meet your supervisors once a month, or once in every 3 months, and for the rest of the time you are completely on your own. And trust me, is not initially is not a as good experience as I was thinking it to be. So for me, literally adjusting to that thing of working alone, and that's very overwhelming. So be prepared for that, and start try to developing that habit of doing small things, doing small projects from anything. You don't have to like a study project, but start developing that habit of complete starting and finishing something on your own. That is very, very important, and that will give you a sense of confidence, a sense of ownership, that yes, I can do something on my own. Because initially you felt very lost, like it's my like 7th month I'm in my PhD journey, and now I am starting to get a grip of things, and now I am okay with working alone and doing all of that. But initially I just like I didn't find that very joyful, because I was like, I'm completely alone, I don't have something to follow. PhD is a very different kind of thing, and that's why it is that much difficult and that much rewarding, because you find that your worth, that yes, I have done it. For 4 years of 3 to 4 years of your life, you are on your own. It has a toll on you emotionally and physically as well, but yeah, you start enjoying it with time. As like gradually your workload increases, you don't find much time to think about that, oh, I'm doing it alone. But still, so I struggled with effectiveness, I struggled with time management, I struggled with taking time out of my life to study, and initially, and that made me ponder on that point, that yes, it is very important to have that habit, or you must enjoy it, that okay, I'm fine doing work alone. So that is very important, very, very important. So start developing that right now. And the next and the most important for all the PhDs, and even for the master's students who are coming to UK, reading and research. These are the key for you to study successfully in UK or in any Western country outside your current comfort zone. Develop the habit of reading, and by reading I don't mean that reading novels or all of that. You can start making your habit from there, but reading educational stuff, reading research papers, critically evaluating them, critically analyzing them. These are the core things for you to be successful here. And trust me, if you don't develop a habit of reading, there is no future for yourself. So if you have to do PhD, you have to be aware of this. You have to read like hundreds and hundreds of research papers to write like few pages of your literature review or something. Like I'm writing for like 2 months now, and I have just wrote 13,000 words for my literature review till now, and I have read like hundreds of research paper already. I know researchers by their names now. I know which are the key ones, which are not so good ones, which I have to include, which I don't want. And it's an ongoing process. It's just you add something today, and then you read something next day, and you're like, no, I have to remove this, I have to add this. So it's just a continuous process. You're writing a book, you are writing something that after 4 years of your life, you will be the expert of that that subject. So you are writing a very, very unique piece of work which defines you as a academic, as a professional in your coming years of your life. So you have to be very, very thoughtful about it. You have to be very, very genuine, honest, and unique about it. And for that, you have to read a lot, and not just read. It's not for the purpose of reading. You should have your speed in reading. You have to read a lot. Like I said earlier, for master's program, they give you research papers like 5, 10, sometimes more than that research papers. Like if I have a lecture today, my tutor is gonna upload the materials for next week's lecture like today, or like maximum tomorrow morning I will get that, and then I have to read all of that for next lecture. And you have like 3 or 4 modules in one trimester, and you will have to do reading for all of them. So it's just like that. Like when I wrote my master's assessments for every module, you have to do it critically. And like, I'm grateful I did my master's from here, because that really is helping me in my PhD journey, because the habit of doing critical analysis, which I developed then, is really helping me out now. So you have to write like 3,000 words, and it's not just you just open your laptop and you start writing. You have to read a lot of research work, and then you are going to draw in key information from there, and then you have to do a critical analysis on that. You have to do a critical evaluation that, okay, this researcher is saying this and this researcher is saying this, so I am taking this viewpoint because of the reasons. Or if you are saying that there is a lot of staff shortage in so and so healthcare sector, you have to prove why you are saying that. What is your backing? You have to add research work from previous researchers that this is proven, so that's why I'm saying this. So it's a process, it's an ongoing process, and you're going to learn it. But if you start preparing for that earlier, you are going to be benefited from that, I'm sure. So reading is the key. Reading is the key to success, and not just reading, critically reading something. So you can search on Google how to do critical reading, how to do critical, analysis. And I'm going to say to you that take it slow initially, but you should understand the importance of it. It's very, very important, especially for all the international students who are coming to UK. Critical reading is the key for your masters, for your PhD. So start working on that today. And if you would like me to, I would make a whole video on critical reading concept and critical reading procedure, how you do that. So I've given you some habits that I found through my experience are very, very helpful. I hope that you have liked today's video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.